I would do anything just to get you back again. I would do anything.
But he's accepted the fact that the day he had his birthday and the day after his daughter was born. So for 27 years he's accepted that he is not celebrating his birthday.
I love that this is how we're starting the vlog. So maybe I'll just be like, hi! Just be like, how the hell do I usually start vlog?
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Hi!
Welcome to a life.
Yeah, you guys started. You guys
design your life so you can thrive! And you say we don't watch your videos. So, oh my god, my hair is flat.
I think it's going to be great for the
Hi guys, I wasn't even certain that I was going to vlog today. We're spending some time together, we're celebrating my father's and my sister's birthday. I wasn't sure I was going to vlog, but it was like a really nice setting and I brought out the camera and then Lulu started talking. So I thought, okay, let's welcome you. So welcome back to A Life I Choose. We're going to have a weekend vlog.
Full of weekend celebrations.
And it's another month of birthday celebrations. It shall be lovely. And you shall be with us. It's Thursday evening. It's the start of the weekend because I'm not working tomorrow. We're with family and friends. And we'll see how it goes. So welcome. Welcome to the vlog. You said duck with an F.
You're confusing me now. I don't know where I am right now.
Okay, so I have... You're being recorded. Yeah, look, you can see yourself.
Oh my god.
You're gonna be on YouTube.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's okay, you give your consent, you won't sue me.
No.
Yeah, you can say hello, you can do whatever you want.
So what's this?
I chose it.
It's a real adventure, the trail you're looking at. I'm glad you came
Papa and Louisa, happy birthday to you.
Seem like almost no time now. This guitar right here, do you still remember how? I played for you, I was crappy, but you sang along and I thought you knew I could die to keep you near. We've got a fire in the tent. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's be the kids who never get in trouble again. That stuff got nothing on you. That one's brand new, still it's got nothing on you. Tonight, I don't need to go over old and useless words.
Hola guys, so it's been a bit of a weird intro to this vlog. What you've seen so far is Thursday evening. We went out with my family to celebrate Lulu and my dad's birthdays. So that was my dad's birthday. And then yesterday we were at the beach celebrating Lulu's birthday. Today is Saturday, but I'm gonna finish off this vlog. I'm gonna complete this vlog. And then I'm going to start a new vlog because I was supposed to film 2 vlogs, but stuff happened unexpected and different, and that's what I want to speak to you about. Whereas this vlog typically would have been more of a vlog, it's gonna be more of a life update. So basically something completely unexpected happened. I was in a situation that seemed perfectly normal, and then I saw something and I realized that I was actually in a situation that was potentially very unsafe. And I realized this because I saw something that I didn't like and my body went into fight or flight instantaneously. So basically what I experienced was a trauma, and trauma happens to us. It happens to every single person in the world. I don't think it's possible to go through a life without experiencing trauma. I've experienced trauma before. I've also experienced post-traumatic stress where I got stuck in the trauma, and that process of getting unstuck of the trauma, that process of healing, was massively informative for me, and it fueled my passion for being a therapist and a strategist. So basically, like, at first kind of I was thinking about just not vlogging at all. Then I thought, no, I want to vlog because I love vlogging. And then I thought, but I don't want to pretend like, you know, nothing happened, like everything's fine. And you know what, at the end of the day, this channel is all about choosing your quality of life, so that no matter what happens to you in life, you always bounce back, you always heal, recover, and you define how you live life. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna speak about it, but I'm not gonna go into detail. Trauma, by definition, is, unless we're speaking about relational trauma, we're speaking about full contact with no preparation. So basically, what happens when you experience a trauma is that you find yourself in an event that you're full on with the contact, so your body goes into fight or flight, and there's no preparation for it. You didn't expect it, basically. So because there was no expectation, there was no preparation, it catches you completely off guard. And your brain has difficulty making sense of it because it didn't have the mental schema to say, oh, of course this is going to happen next. It was just like, what the fuck was that? It doesn't know what to do with it, doesn't know where to place it in your mental schema. What happens after a trauma is that your brain keeps trying to make sense of it. So your brain will keep going back to the event, and it will go through it and go through it and go through it, and it will keep trying to say, like, you know, what the hell, like. And basically what your brain is trying to do is it's trying to protect you. It's trying to see, you know, what happened so that it can prevent it from happening again. Studies have actually shown that this process that the brain does, although it's doing it to protect you, is actually extremely counterproductive, because it's like playing a piano, right? So to learn how to play the piano, you need to practice. You need to practice the song over and over and over again. And when you do that enough times, it becomes hardwired kind of thing into your neural circuitry, and then you do it, you don't even have to think about it anymore. When you relive a trauma in your mind over and over and over again, it becomes hardwired in your brain, and you can become stuck there. And that is what causes post-traumatic stress. It's like you can't move on from it, you get stuck. And you are living now as though you're living in that moment, when in reality that moment's over and you're safe now and everything's okay now. But it's very easy to get stuck there, especially if we don't understand the process, because the brain naturally wants to go there. One, because it's trying to make sense of what happened, and two, because in that moment of trauma, your body goes into fight or flight, which means it produces loads of adrenaline. Your heart starts beating really fast, and that itself is an addictive experience. This is why people like to watch horror movies, like to jump out of airplanes, like to go on roller coasters. The experience of having a lot of adrenaline in the body is addictive. The brain will also go back to that experience, the body will go back to that experience, because even though it was extremely scary, in a way, it was thrilling. Having experienced something traumatic recently has been, you know, obviously has been disruptive to my life, because disruptive up to a certain point. I'm not allowing it to be too disruptive, but disruptive in the sense that my brain keeps trying to figure it out and keeps trying to go back to that space. As the owner of my body and my brain, I have a responsibility to make sure that I don't get stuck in the trauma, that I don't keep replaying it, and that I heal from the trauma. So this is why I want to speak to you about it, because this is something that we're largely unaware of. And the truth is, like, we will all experience trauma at several points in our lives, and it's not the trauma that is damaging, it's the way that we handle it, it's the way that we respond. The most damaging aspect of trauma is if you get stuck there, right? But if you can move on and heal, then you'll be okay, you'll be fine. Actually, you'll be stronger because you heal and you had a new experience, and that's informative. It teaches you for the next one. So anyway, I just want to give you some tips on healing from trauma. So one, you want to notice this cycle, right? You want to notice this desire to keep going back to it, to keep making sense of it. What's most healing for trauma is actually to go back into your daily life. Just keep doing what you did. Now, what's going to happen with trauma is that you're going to have certain triggers. So for example, let's say someone attacked you on the street, right? you're gonna have certain triggers. So if it happened at night, nighttime could be a trigger. So going outside at night is gonna be a trigger, or walking on that particular street is gonna be a trigger. All of these things will put you back into fight or flight. So it's important that you notice these things and support yourself through these things. So I'm not saying just jump out and go out there at night again. That would be stupid. But what I'm saying is, you know, if you're gonna walk down that street and you know you're gonna go into fight or flight, rather than avoiding that street completely, unless it's a particularly bad street and you just shouldn't have walked down it in the first place, if it's a normal street and this was like a completely unexpected, it's not normal that happens there, begin walking down that street again with someone else, with someone you trust. The most important thing for healing trauma is that you put your body and your mind into a state of safety as much as possible, because what's happening is that your body, since your mind keeps going back to that space, your body keeps going into fight or flight. And when you're in fight or flight, you actually can't make sense of things because not enough oxygen is getting to your prefrontal cortex, which is the area that makes sense of things, that gives things meaning. So what you want more than anything is to be in a state of safety, of calmness. So you need to support yourself to do this. What I suggest is, one, when you notice yourself going back to it, bring yourself back to the present moment. See where you are, take in your surroundings, and remind yourself that you are safe. Say it out loud. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. Take deep breaths, because this will take you out of fight or flight. When we're in fight or flight, we start to breathe very shallow. We barely breathe at all. So take deep breaths, okay? Remind yourself that you are safe. Take deep breaths. Come back to the present moment. Also, you know, if you're gonna be feeling a little bit like a baby after experiencing a trauma, because you're gonna be feeling a bit clingy, a bit like a kid, you know, when they have a scary experience, they cling to their parents a bit more than usual. You're gonna be feeling that way too. And what I want to reassure you of is that, one, this is totally normal, and two, it's not gonna last forever. But what's important is that you actually allow yourself to be clingy for a bit. Like, it's okay, be a bit clingy, be around people who make you feel safe, you know. That's totally normal, and it's really, really important to allow yourself to heal. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about it. Yeah, so basically the desire to keep going back is lessening in me, and so the experience of the trauma itself is not as present in my mind because I keep breaking the pattern. So my brain wants to go back to it and I keep breaking the pattern. I make a conscious choice in that moment and I say, okay, I can go back if I want to, but I choose to stay here. I choose to be calm. I choose to see the present moment. Also, I've been distracting myself, so I rather just living life normally. So I've been seeing my friends, seeing my family, working, loving working, you know, so doing all of that. And, you know, this weekend I decided to take extra care of myself, and, you know, like, Peter's away this weekend, but because I know that I'm more likely to be in fight or flight, I said, you know what, I really just want to give myself that extra comfort this weekend and just be around people who I love and I feel safe with. So since Pete's away, I decided to move in with my parents just for the weekend. Move in with them. It sounds so like I'm moving in with my parents again. No, I'm just staying with my parents for the weekend. So just to have that extra comfort, just so that, you know, kind of if it comes back and I want to talk about it a little bit, that's fine, you know, I can speak about it with people who I feel safe with. So yes, your pattern is going to be that you want to go back. And I'm not telling you, like, you cannot go back, like, pretend it never happened. No, that's acting like a robot. That's acting like you're not affected. And the truth is, if you don't process the trauma, then you will get stuck in it. So I'm not saying don't speak about it at all. What I'm saying is speak about it with people who you feel safe with, even with a professional, you know, if it was particularly traumatic, speak about it with a professional. But just don't get stuck there. Don't give in to the temptation to speak about it all the time. Okay, you need to go out, you need to be around your friends, you need to take interest in their lives, okay, because you probably find that because you're in fight or flight, you're just thinking about that all the time. That makes you self-absorbed, right? Step out of it again, and when it pops in to your brain, because it will, just breathe, let it go, come back to the present moment, you know, and in those moments when you want support, speak to someone and seek support, hold their hand, and ask for a cuddle, you know, just kind of, you'll be okay, but just continue living your life. That's That's what's important. The most damaging aspect of trauma is if you go into fight or flight and you don't respond and you get stuck there. Like, one of the biggest causes of post-traumatic stress is that your body went into fight or flight and you did nothing, you froze. That is extremely damaging, because then you feel like your body betrayed you, and then you feel as though you weren't in control to stop the situation from happening. And what was great about my experience recently was that I noticed my body go into fight or flight, and I put a stop to it right away. I trusted my body. At first, you know, my mind went, it's okay, you're just overreacting. Then my body had the reaction again, and I was just like, no, this is not safe. You know, I'm out of here. And the fact that my body gives me these signals, I mean, the fact that our bodies give us these signals, you know, of telling us you're safe, you're not safe, is just amazing. And I'm so grateful, honestly. I'm so grateful to my body, because my body is so wise, and our bodies are so much wiser than our brains. You know, our hearts are the first organs to develop in the womb. They are the center of our being. They're so full of wisdom, and we need to listen to them. The majority of people spend their lives not listening to their hearts, and instead living life according to expectations, and demands and shoulds. The fact that your body gives you a signal, the most important thing that you need to do is listen to your body and respond. And when you do that, you can heal from trauma, because you're honoring yourself, you know. And if you've been in a situation where you had a traumatic experience and you froze, don't worry, you're not stuck forever. I had an experience like that. I had a couple of experiences like that in my teens, and I did get stuck there for a while because I didn't know how to recover, but I sought guidance, right? I went to therapy and I learned how to recover, and I kept bringing that safety to myself, and I moved on, and I'm fine now. I'm good. I mean, to the point that I had the trauma and I could see it happening right in that moment, and I was just like, I responded, and I know exactly what I need to do to heal. So I know that it will take a bit of time to heal, you know, it will take some time, and I'm okay with that. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just grateful to my body that it gave me the signal, and I'm grateful to myself that I trusted myself, I honored myself, and I listened, and I did what I felt was right. I'm also grateful for all the love that I have in my life, because I can call on my family. There's Pete. I have all this love in my life. I'm so grateful for that, because being around people we love, and again, love doesn't mean perfection, doesn't mean perfect relationships, but love, belonging, being around people we love is really healing for trauma. Belonging is healing, because belonging takes us out of fight or flight. So anyway, that's what I wanted to update you about. And this video is gonna get long, so I'm gonna stop it here. I really hope that this video was helpful for you, and that it gave you maybe some insight into your own experiences, or into the experiences of people who you love. If you think this video could be helpful to someone, please share it with them. Also, please give it a like if you liked it, because that really supports my channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and to hit that, I have to remember that the bell notification is on the side of my watch. So to hit that little bell notification, to be notified of when we upload new videos. Nicola and I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one, which I will continue filming right after I close this one. I'm sending you love, guys, and I'm sending you safety and peace and healing and choicefulness. Just remember, your life is your choice. You don't need to get stuck in any place that doesn't feel good. Yeah, stuff's gonna happen that's out of our control. Always, stuff's gonna happen. Like, there's gonna be worse stuff for sure, like, coming up, you know? But the point is, like, we don't need to be swallowed by it. We don't need to be ruined by it. Your life is always your choice, and my commitment to myself has always been that I will define the quality of my life no matter what. That doesn't mean that I become a robot and I don't respond to what's going on around me. I will feel, I will hurt, I will cry, I will be scared, I will be everything. But I will give myself that space to heal, so that I can heal and be even stronger and contribute so much more to the world. Just keep growing and contributing, growing and contributing. This is my choice, this is my commitment to myself, and this is what I wish for you. So I'm sending you love, and I'll see you soon. Peace.